Donald Trump has done it again. Against all odds and amidst a highly polarized political climate, he has managed to secure a second term in office. He has won the 2024 presidential election, a feat that many thought impossible given the controversies that surrounded his first term and the subsequent years. This victory is a shocking turn of events. The reactions from the public have been mixed, with some celebrating and others in disbelief. It comes after his tumultuous first term, which was marked by significant policy changes, international disputes, and a deeply divided nation. It also comes after his attempts to overturn the 2020 election results, efforts that led to widespread protests and legal battles. Now Trump is back in the White House. His return marks a new chapter in American politics, one that promises to be as eventful as his first term. He holds significant power, both in America and on the world stage. His influence extends beyond national borders, affecting global politics and international relations. This situation is unprecedented in American history. Never before has a president faced such a tumultuous path to re-election, only to emerge victorious once again. Trump's first term was marked by controversy. He faced 2 impeachments, a record in American presidential history, and numerous scandals that kept his administration in the headlines. He also faced numerous legal challenges. Despite these hurdles, his supporters remained loyal, seeing him as a champion of their values and beliefs. They saw him as a political outsider, someone who could challenge the status quo and bring about the change they desired. They believed he could shake up the establishment, disrupt the traditional political landscape, and give a voice to those who felt marginalized. His opponents saw him as a threat to democracy. They feared his unorthodox approach and controversial policies could undermine democratic institutions and norms. They worried about his policies and his rhetoric, which often sparked heated debates and further polarized the nation. Trump's victory raises many questions. What will his second term look like? How will he navigate the challenges that lie ahead? What does it mean for the future of America? The nation stands at a crossroads, with many wondering how this will shape the country's trajectory. What does it mean for the world? Trump's policies and decisions will undoubtedly have far-reaching implications, affecting not just the United States, but the global community. Only time will tell how this unprecedented return to power will unfold. Trump's victory was fueled by a number of factors. One key factor was his ability to connect with certain demographics. He made gains among Latino voters. He also saw increased support from black men. These groups helped him win key states. Trump's message resonated with these voters. He promised them economic opportunity. He promised them a return to traditional values. They responded to his populist message. They were tired of the status quo. The Democratic Party is in disarray. Kamala Harris conceded defeat after a hard-fought campaign. Her face reflected the disappointment of many within the party. Her campaign failed to gain traction, struggling to connect with a broad base of voters. Some blame her policies, arguing they were too progressive for moderate voters. Others blame her lack of charisma, suggesting she couldn't inspire the enthusiasm needed to win. The party is divided, with factions pulling in different directions. Some members, particularly the younger and more progressive wing, want to move further left. They believe bold, transformative policies are the key to energizing the base and attracting new voters. Others, especially the moderates, argue for a return to the center. They feel that appealing to a broader, more centrist electorate is the best path to victory. The Democrats need to find a way to unify these disparate factions. The leadership is tasked with bridging the gap between progressives and moderates, ensuring that all voices are heard. They need to find a message that resonates with voters across the spectrum. This involves understanding the concerns and aspirations of different demographic groups and crafting policies that address them. If they don't, they risk losing the next election. The stakes are high, and the party cannot afford another defeat. Voter confidence must be restored. This loss has exposed deep divisions within the party. The conflicting ideologies and strategies have come to the forefront, making it clear that a cohesive strategy is needed. The Democrats need to heal these divisions. Reconciliation and compromise are essential to moving forward. Leaders must work together to find common ground. They need to find common ground, not just within the party, but also with the electorate. Building a broad coalition that includes diverse perspectives is crucial for future success. The path ahead is challenging, but with determination and unity, the Democratic Party can overcome these obstacles. They must listen, adapt, and present a vision that inspires hope and confidence in their leadership. By addressing internal divisions and presenting a united front, the Democrats can rebuild and come back stronger. The journey to regain trust and win future elections begins now. Trump's legal troubles are not over. He still faces several investigations. These investigations could lead to charges. They could even lead to jail time. These legal battles will cloud his presidency. They will distract from his agenda. They could even lead to his removal from office. Despite these challenges, Trump remains defiant. He denies any wrongdoing. He claims he is the victim of a witch hunt. His supporters believe him. They see him as a fighter. They see him as a victim of the establishment. Trump has made immigration a central issue of his presidency. He has promised to build a wall on the border with Mexico. He has promised to deport millions of undocumented immigrants. He has promised to ban Muslims from entering the country. These policies are controversial. They have been met with protests. They have been challenged in court, but Trump remains committed to them. He believes they are necessary to protect America. Section 6. The economy under a second Trump administration. Trump has promised to bring back jobs to America. His administration has focused on revitalizing the manufacturing sector, aiming to create more opportunities for American workers. By implementing policies that favor domestic production, Trump hopes to reduce the outsourcing of jobs to other countries. He has promised to renegotiate trade deals. The goal is to secure agreements that are more favorable to the United States, ensuring that American businesses can compete on a level playing field. This includes addressing issues like intellectual property theft and unfair trade practices by other nations. He has promised to cut taxes. The tax cuts are designed to stimulate economic growth by increasing disposable income for individuals and reducing the tax burden on businesses. This, in turn, is expected to lead to higher investment and job creation. These policies have had a mixed impact on the economy. While some sectors have seen significant growth, others have struggled to adapt to the new economic landscape. The long-term effects of these policies remain a topic of debate among economists. Some argue that Trump's policies have helped the economy. They highlight the positive effects on business confidence and investment, which have led to job creation and economic expansion. They point to the low unemployment rate. Under Trump's administration, the unemployment rate reached historic lows, indicating a strong labor market and increased opportunities for American workers. They point to the rising stock market. The stock market has seen significant gains, reflecting investor confidence in the economy and the potential for future growth. Others argue that Trump's policies have hurt the economy. Critics point to the negative impacts on certain industries and the increased economic uncertainty caused by trade tensions and policy changes. They point to the growing trade deficit. Despite efforts to renegotiate trade deals, the trade deficit has continued to rise, raising concerns about the long-term sustainability of the current economic strategy. They point to the increasing national debt. The tax cuts and increased government spending have contributed to a significant rise in the national debt, which could pose challenges for future economic stability and growth. Section 7. The Democratic Party at a crossroads. The Democratic Party is at a crossroads. They need to decide what they stand for. They need to decide how to win back voters. The party is divided between progressives and moderates. Progressives want to push for bold change. They want to address issues like climate change. They want to address issues like income inequality. Moderates want to focus on more centrist policies. They believe these policies will appeal to a wider range of voters. To Section 8. The world reacts to Trump's return. The world is watching Trump's return to power with a mixture of anxiety and apprehension. His unpredictable nature and America First policies have created tension on the global stage. Allies are unsure of where they stand. Trump's foreign policy is likely to be as unconventional as his domestic policy. He has shown a willingness to challenge long-standing alliances and norms. This approach has left world leaders scrambling to adjust. Section 9. Election Day, a test of American democracy. Election Day 2024 was not without its challenges. There were reports of voter intimidation. There were reports of long lines at polling places. There were reports of voting machine malfunctions. These issues raised concerns about the integrity of the election. Despite these challenges, the election proceeded. American democracy was tested. The peaceful transfer of power is a cornerstone of American democracy.